Hello. If I was given $300,000 to start a clinic, first of all, the name, easy, simple, Go PT. One, because it's very memorable. And it's very easy if you're thinking about advertising like t-shirts or something like that to put it on a t-shirt because it's a very short name, very memorable name, very easy to advertise. Population I'm targeting, I think I would want to be in a more I'd want to be in a more of a city atmosphere because me personally, I think I'm leaning more towards like older teenage athletes to like 70, 80-year old. Because I've worked in places where it has been older populations and it's just kind of hard to connect with people that way when like they have other comorbidities, other issues that make it hard to connect. So I think I'd want to work with kind of a wider target population. I'm not trying to just stick to, I only want to work with like sports athletes. I also want to work in a city because with community outreach, yes, there would be a lot of competition for other physical therapy practices, but it would be really easy to kind of join a 5K, sponsor like depending on population, maybe something for Parkinson's, something for MS, something that's targeting a population that maybe doesn't get enough outreach by itself. So that's another way that we can get some advertisement out as well. My building, it'd probably be a small building because yes, $200,000 might seem like a lot of money, but with inflation and how, well, if I want to work in the city, just rent in cities is just crazy. But I would ideally want a very open space setting, lots of room to do plyometric training, hands-on like balance training, like sports specific rehab, as well as having maybe rooms for evaluations or patients who prefer to work in a more private area as well, so I can reach those target audiences. I think I would want I would prefer an ideal world to have the mechanical plinths so I can choose the height of the table. If I can't get it for the tables out in the main clinic area, I feel like I would want them at least in the eval rooms, especially when I'm starting off with like very low maintenance PT, like sit stands on a bed or something. I can alter the bed table so that it can work for the potential patient. I also think equipment, I would love to have a big machine, but I feel like since it's starting off so small, ideally, smarter thing would be to have dumbbells, TheraBands, ankle weights, starting off with easy things that a patient could recreate with equipment that they have at home, because not many people are going to have cables at home to use, or barbells or stuff like that. So having dumbbells, saying like, okay, this is a dumbbell, now act like this is with like a can of soup, or oh, TheraBands, sure, we can give you a TheraBand, or you can also use like a dog leash, use a belt to do some of these exercises, something that the patient will be like, you know what, yeah, I can do this at home, and they will feel like they want to do the therapy that we give them for their home exercise program. Services offered, since I don't know when this would happen, but if it was right after school is done, I obviously wouldn't have very specific therapies I could offer, like dry needling or TMJ or stuff like that. So I'd obviously have to go to continued ed for that, but I can definitely offer like sports therapy. I could offer like ortho rehab, maybe neuro. Again, it depends on how I feel after going through the neuro setting second year, if I prefer that. But if I like them both, I can offer both. Who knows? My biggest concern will be, because I would want a city because of the community outreach, like be in a city, having to compete with some more well-known PT clinics is going to be hard, but maybe reaching out, showing that we're different, showing that we're open. It would probably be me and maybe like one or two other PTs, because it's a start off. It's hard to start a program and have people want to be involved right away. So it would be something I'd have to work on. But yeah, I think that would be my biggest concern, competing with other people. What I've learned about advocacy in private practice. Advocacy is huge. I already knew that before, when I was a technician working for a PT clinic in Grand Rapids, they were big on doing like school funded programming for like getting food for children that live in families that do not provide for them, going to like YMCA's, working with the Jenison community where I worked at. Just advocacy, not just to get advertisement out, but to just show that you are good people. If you are good people, people tend to want to be around good people, so that if they would want to be around you and want to go to your clinic to get better. I also think that, it would be hard. I myself don't personally believe that I would be the right person to start a business, but I could see myself being part of a private PT practice, specifically probably owned by a PT, because I do believe that there is a benefit to working in a company that a PT owns, because they know what they're talking about. They've ideally been working in that setting for a long time. They know the ins and the outs of the insurances, the continued ed, billing, all that. So I feel like, if anything, I could work underneath private practice, PT-owned private practice, and then maybe becoming a manager of a place. I don't think I'd ever want to be an owner of one, but I think I could maybe potentially manage. Depends on where the PT role takes me and what I find interest in. I'm still trying to figure that out now. But yes, I think that about sums it up. I hope you have a great time listening to this.